Carbon Knights Gaming.
Welcome back, Knights, to another Carbon Knights Summoner's War video. I am TorchHealer, and in case you haven't recognized already, this is still my account, but it's a level 23 account. And today's video is going to be focused on why you need to farm. But, as always, before we start the video, we have a little special shout out to somebody that left us a message on one of our videos. I do believe it was on our beginner tips video. It was Tower Song. Hopefully, I'll figure out how to get the caption up on the screen. But he just said, had to pause to crack one open with you. Lamau. Well, Tower Song, hopefully you're pausing. You got one beside you this time, because let's crack that beer, get this video going. Alrighty. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright. So, like I said before, this is still my account. It is just a different server. In case you didn't know, you can have different servers on the same account. So my main is on the global. This is on the European server. So hopefully this video isn't going to take too long, but this is something that really bugs me, really gets to me, and it hopefully helps a few people out. So I've had this account for, I'll pull it up in a sec here, but for quite a while. If you look at the energy, 14,000, almost 15,000 energy, 332 wings out of 10. Um, on this account, I sign in, I collect the daily rewards, collect the crystals, do the wish. That's it. Once in a while, if I needed some content when we were streaming, I would jump on here, but it's a level 23 account. You can get to level 23 in a day, 2 days. It's not that difficult. But the reason I wanted to use this account to show you why farming is so important is because this is the profile. So I've got a Ganymede, I've got a Feng Yan, I've got a Samath, and I've got a Chow. Pretty impressive. This account is 900 days old as of tomorrow. Today when you guys see this. So a 900-day-old account, 2.5 years, and it is sitting with 0 usable runes. The reason I say that is it has cleared Giants B6, Dragons B5, Necro, yeah, B4. The reason that this account is useless is probably the same reason that most people quit the game. It's not easy to get. We'll see if this thing can actually run a Dragons. We'll do Dragons B5. I've got some other monsters on there too, don't worry, boy. But the reason most people quit this game is because it takes time to get things that are worth using. So you don't get great runes every time you play, right? You don't get awesome runes every dungeon run. You don't get these things. The reason that people quit playing is because of that reason, like is because of that. You aren't getting exactly what you need right away, so what's the point in staying with it? Well, if you've watched any of my other videos, that's my main account. It's the same as this one. I have not put a cent into it, and that's what makes the game fun for me. It's not, getting the best looking monster, the dream monster. I've been trying to get my dream monster for 3.5 years ish, give or take, on my main account. It still hasn't happened. Does it surprise me? No, not in the slightest. But the important part is I keep playing, and I keep playing because I enjoy the game. Um, ooh, a new best time. Look at me go. Oh, just speeding through this. So I've done a video on runes, what kind of runes I look to keep. Hopefully helpful to some people as to what they might want to keep. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make more videos on this account. It's a level 23. Yes, it does have some premium monsters. No, I don't have to use them. That doesn't bother me at all. Um, but the point is playing the game it's a game. That's exactly what it is, right? So you're not, playing it to win money, even though that is an option if you ever could catch up to, let's say, Thompson or Tree or anybody else that played in the Summoners War Cup. Um, but if you're just a normal guy like myself, I play the game because it's something to do when I have extra time. It's not a big thing. I know this is a bit of a rant, and I apologize. The video is going to be about why farming is important, and it's more important than you would think. I don't understand why it's called Summoner's War when it should be called Farming War. Um, you know what? I'll actually keep that. So let's take a look at these monsters that I have. So Chow, looking at his stats. All right, these are not good stats at all. Right? Chow is a great monster. Put him on a violent set. He's got that chance to violent proc. He increases his own HP every time he heals up. He's somewhat like a Camila. Um, just hits harder. It's so much harder. So yeah, what do you want on him? Not what I have. And why is that? Well, let's look at his runes. That is not an ideal set for a Chow. You'd want like a Nemesis, Violent Nemesis set, Violent Will, depending on how far you are in the game. But it's because I don't farm. I jump on this account, just kind of tinker around with it, and collect free stuff, and that's it. And when I get the chance, I summon, right? So my main farmer was my Taurus. Once again, not great runes. He's on a fatal set, which is kind of nice, but with 18 speed. 18 speed, like speed is very important in this game. Everybody knows that. Anybody that plays the game understands you need speed. If you get that first turn, you're getting the first attacks. You can pick who you're getting rid of first. Um, but it's all of the monsters, all of them. Feng Yan, he's probably got some of my better runes, obviously, but crappy defense, crappy HP, but a lot more speed. He's a defense breaker, it makes sense. So when you farm, you're farming, we did a video on Giants B10 and Dragons B10, but those are only helpful videos if you get yourself there. Um, there's certain monsters that are better for farming, and there's certain monsters that are better for kind of doing arena stuff. Take Samath. Samath is amazing in arena. Not so good as a farmer, but still worth it. If you're in a pinch, you could use him. What the hell's his name? Airgar, the Dark Vampire Lord. Free monster for everybody if you played for a little while. If you haven't, really not that difficult to get. As long as you're playing for a little bit, another big thing is do the events. And I'll show you those after this. Um, I'm just going to keep showing you. I don't even have runes on Praha, who I recently pulled, and Ganymede, who I accidentally pulled, which, as bad as it sounds, yes, I did accidentally pull a Ganymede. Um, but the events, right? Events are free things. We'll do the coin mission event. So now, since I don't farm on this account at all, I haven't acquired anything from here. But you're getting every day, you get what, 2 silver coins? 2 silver coins. You can get 100 free energy every day. You can get 200,000 mana every day, right? You're, powering up your runes, doing what you need to with those. And then on top of that, every day you can get 1 gold coin. Well, what do you need here? 17? 17 gold coins. I think the event was on for 19 days, 18 days. So you can get everything here. 4 um, mystical scrolls, 200 summoning stones, 200 crystals, and then, 1 LD summon. Plus, you can get everything on the bottom. And events change every couple weeks. I know they used to be on Sundays was when they would rotate. I think now they're onto a Tuesday rotation, but that's something I can do another video on in the future, is kind of looking for what you're looking for in events. But back to the farming. It's the important part of this video is that I want people to understand why you want to farm. You don't want to just, you know, sit there and, yeah, it's cool to have a second awakened rogue. Yeah, it's really great. But if you have them on bad runes, you're not going to progress in the game. Um, Obviously, everybody's going to start out in a Giants run. You're getting amazing runes out of Giants. right? You got a damage dealer, throw him on a fatal set, a fatal blade. You need somebody with a bit of speed, like an attack bar booster, a Bernard, a Megan, both 3-star monsters. Put them on a swift set, right? You can get all the runes you need to play the game entirely just from dragons. If you have enough speed, you don't need will runes. If you have enough attack, enough attack and speed, then you're kind of sitting pretty for a lot of things. Um, but I just wanted to show you, even though you can have great monsters, like Chow is an amazing farmer. He can do Dragons B10 by himself on a great rune set. In mine, he could barely clear Giants B5. Um, Everybody's always hoping for a Ganymede. Well, Ganymede's only good if he's got some speed to him, if he's tanky enough to live. Um, you want to farm because farming is the entire point of the game, right? And then, like I said before, leave a comment. Let me know if you want me to do more videos on this account, kind of showing what I would do now, looking back at what I did 3.5 years ago when I first started playing the game. There are some things I would do differently. I would definitely make sure my rune sets for giants are a lot better. Stop pushing the wrong button. So obviously I would go giants, straight up giants B10 first. That's where I would get. Um, and it's not that difficult. You manual your way through, you get those better runes until you can auto giants B10 consistently. 90% of the time is more than enough, but you want to be able to get those chance for 6-star runes consistently. Um, and then I'd move on to dragons. Necro you don't really need unless you're looking more towards like moving into arena. Um, Dragons is just a great rune set. You can get violent runes in there. You can put any monster on violent and they'll be amazing. So let me know if you want to see kind of what I would do differently from what I did 3.5 years ago when I started playing on my main account. Um, and I'll gladly make videos on it. And then once again, like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you're watching Twitch, twitch.tv/carbon_nights, throw us a follow on there. Hopefully I'll be back on there soon. My kiddo is starting to sleep a little better, so hopefully I'll be able to get some stream time in. Let's see if they can actually pull this off. The the big reason is I want more people to stay in the game longer. It's a great game, like I've said before, and I feel that a lot of the reason that we're losing people in the community is because they aren't finding the right ways to progress. Um, for me, I understand that it's not an easy thing to progress quickly, which is what most people would like to do. But the important part is progressing and finding out why you're progressing or how you're progressing, and just kind of figure out those ways that you're going to find it to enjoy the game the most for yourself and, grow with it a bit. If you watched any of the Summoners War Cup, um, it's easy to progress if you want to throw money at it, and that's completely fine. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Do it. If it's not your thing, then feel free to watch some more of the videos. Everything I do is free to play. I have not put a cent into the game, but I do play it. See, a rune like this for a level 23 account isn't bad. It could use some speed, it could use attack. Crit rate would be nice, but it's giving you stats. Once you're higher up in the game, I'm obviously going to recommend that you get 5 and 6-star runes. But that's the thing is people think that at this level you need to have 5 and 6-star runes. You don't. You need to have runes to progress. And you get those by running dungeons constantly. When I'm sitting at work, I'll have Summoner's War open on the side. I'll be watching YouTube videos in one phone. I would take 2 phones to work. So I have one phone just strictly for YouTube videos, and then I have another phone in which I play the games on. And that's what I do. It's what makes the day go by for me. And that's why I play the game. I don't play it to, become famous or anything like that. I do make YouTube videos to become famous, but that's up to you guys whether or not that happens. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Tell your friends, like and subscribe. Um, but to play the game, it's not something that I'm doing to, you know, to be popular, to be. I'm never going to the Summoners War Cup, nothing like that, unless Com to Us invites me. Wink, wink. Com to Us, pay attention. But look at why you're playing the game. What's frustrating you when you're playing the game is, yeah, I don't have the right runes to get, C1 in arena. I'm not a G3 player. I'm not the best. You don't need to be the best, right? What you need to do is find out why you're playing the game. Are you playing it for fun or are you playing it to be competitive? If you're playing it for fun, it's easy to do for free. If you're playing to be competitive, you're about, yeah, thousands of dollars behind a lot of the people that are already ahead of you. Um, but it's all related back to farming. If you don't want to buy runes or buy gems or buy grinds and you just want to play the game for free, then you're going to have to find ways to utilize, the energy you get. You're going to have to find ways to utilize the right rune sets. Who's going to get what? You can use broken sets, that's fine, not a problem. But find out why you're playing and then, have fun with it. Uh, for me, this account I kind of started off as a I was getting frustrated with my main. I'm not gonna lie. It was not doing what I wanted. I was thinking I was gonna be higher up in arena. I was gonna do better in certain areas, and I was frustrated. I wanted to start up a new account. My first Nat 5 on this account was Chow, but yeah, he's not ruined correctly because I haven't been farming. I haven't been doing exactly what I've been telling everybody else to do. So please, please let me know if you want me to continue with, say, um, a video series on this account. I'd be more than happy to do it. It's not any trouble for me. It would actually, I think it'd be kind of fun. Um, but yeah, please continue to farm, build your way up the dungeons. Look back at our previous videos for what kind of runes to keep, what kind of runes to look at. If there's a specific monster that people are concerned about, leave it in the comments. Um, I'll take a look and I'll let you know the way I would build it. It might not be the perfect way, but I'm also looking at it from a little more of a free to play aspect. And I don't have the fastest runes or anything like that, so it might give you just a different idea of how you'd like to build a monster as well. Um, but yeah, just farming. I'll get back on topic. Sorry, that was a bit of a rant. Um, Farming, you want to be consistent. I know that there's some people that are very big on farming higher dungeons with a lower clear rate, which I don't necessarily agree with. Um, for me, if I can't run a dungeon with like a 90, like I said before, a 90% clear rate, it's not going to be helpful for me. If I can't beat the dungeon, I'm not getting anything out of it. So this team seems to be working fairly okay for this Giants B7, B6. So let's give it a try in B7 and see how that works out. I almost pushed the wrong button. Get it together, Torch. Um, so yeah, you're looking for your consistency. Obviously, I'm going to recommend starting with giants. You can get swift, fatal, blade runes. If you have an HP damage dealer, uh, energy runes are a great thing to have. They what a two set gives you 15% extra HP. Who doesn't want extra HP? Um, Especially on a monster where HP is kind of a requirement. But make sure that when you're looking at it, look at the element, right? Like, so this is a dark element. It's kind of a bad example, and this team's going to fail quite quickly. But if it's a wind dungeon, right, then use some extra fire monsters. If it's a fire dungeon, get those water monsters going. It's not uh, it's not something that needs to be as difficult as people make it. You know, there's people that have gotten to Giants B10 in 3 or 4 days. It's all about putting the time in, building the right teams, finding monsters that can do both, let's say dragons and giants. And there's a ton of them out there. Um, so just focus on, what you want to build and what's going to help you out the most. So, oh my gosh, that was just beautiful. Let's go back to B6. So this is a light. Obviously, a dark set of monsters would do better. Doesn't really make a difference. Light's going to hit dark harder. Dark's going to hit light harder. It's kind of a give and take relationship here. Um, yeah, utilize the monsters you have. 3-star monsters, easy to get, and still great for dungeons. Com2uS has made it very easy for people to take these 3-star monsters that are, easily acquired by everybody and make them useful in every kind of area. You can find a 3-star monster that's going to help you out in every area. Kali for dragons. Kali's what the hell are they called? High elemental, the fire high elemental. Just a great monster in general. Really used in PvP. Um, but I used to have her in my giants team because she gives attack buff, speed buff, and has an ignore defense skill. It's something easy to use, easy to build. Just put damage and speed and crit rate. Crit damage, attack. Not it's an attack monster. So look at the monsters you have. All of the monsters tell you what type of monster they are. I don't know how new people are to the game, but oh, I'll keep that. I don't know how new people are to the game, but when you look, Chow, right below where it says Chow, or not, doesn't say Chow, but his experience is max. It says HP right next to his level. So that tells me I want to put a little extra HP on him, but I want him to use, or I want to use him as a damage dealer as well. So I have some crit rate, low crit damage, low speed. With that, if I could build him up, I'd give him more speed, more attack, more crit damage. As I progress, get him onto a set, right? If I can get him onto a fatal set, fatal blade, right? It's giving him more attack, say a speed, crit damage, attack with HP subs, right? Suddenly he's got more speed, he's got more attack, he's got more HP. And on a fatal blade, it's going to boost his attack, and the blade is going to increase his crit rate. If I want more energy or more HP, I put him on an energy set instead of a blade set, right? So build your monsters the way you want them to be built, and just keep farming. Look at your next dungeon up, right? So for me, if I was paying more attention to this account, I'd look at the Dark Giants, B7, and I'd look what do I need? Well, every time you attack a Dark Golem, you're taking reflected damage. Well, I could use probably a little more healer, a little more HP on some of the monsters, but I'd keep farming B6 until I can consistently run through B7. And then I would keep farming B7 until I can consistently run through B8. And you just build your way up and build your way up and build your way up. And once you get to the top, if you've got a lot of wind monsters, like let's say, oh, what's a good wind team? A Lucian, here, I'll keep farming while I rant again. A Lucian, you can get a Bernard in there, a Megan, Veramos, which is a free fusion monster. We've done a video on that as well. Feel free to check that out. Uh, all these monsters are great for Giants B10. Maybe not Giants B9, but if you know you can clear Giants B10, you only have to clear Giants B9 once to unlock it. So if it's worth it to you, and I think I told Poseidon to do this with Necro. I want to say Necro, but he was having some trouble with B9, but he knew he could get through B10. So he got through B9, he got to the end boss, kept dying. I just told him to revive. Use 10 crystals, revive your team, get through it. And the next thing he did, he autos B10. It's it's not the fastest team, but it's the same thing. I know that Poseidon's a lot busier than I am when I'm at work, and he he admits he doesn't farm as much as I do. I farm a fair amount, but that's how you progress And then once he kind of got to that point where now he can start autoing like a B10 dungeon, he's getting, because in case you don't know, B10 dungeons only drop 5 and 6 star runes or fluff stuff. So once you're into the tens, that's when you're getting your any rune that drops is at least a 5 star rare rune. Might not be the best 5 star rare rune, but it's better than probably most of the stuff you're using to get yourself up to there. And that's how you progress. So it's a nice. I personally do a slow progression because I don't put the money in. So I do a slower progression, but a consistent progression, and that's what's important to me. Um, if anybody has any questions, like I've said before in the past, why was that frozen for so long? Feel free, leave them in the comment section. I'll try and get to them. Uh, Tower Song, thank you for the comment on that beginner tips video. Hopefully you had a beer with me this time. I'm never going to turn down a beer hanging out with somebody. But with that being said, this video is already 25 minutes and is going to take forever to upload, so I'm going to leave it there, Knights. Like, subscribe, hit up Twitch TV, do whatever you need to on there, and we will see you in the next one. Once again, keep those shields up. Well, Knights, you made it all the way to the end. You know what that means. You've won the chance to watch another one of our videos, or perhaps even subscribe. Make sure to leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.